Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And if you really want to find out what's going on in America, check out the American Adversaries. Tough guy. Ho! Ho! Ho!
Welcome back to the show, folks.
That's my golf partner, Chris. Now, come on, man. You know?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan himself.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right, 407-774-8255. We're just going to have to cut off the calls right now. We only got a little bit over 6 minutes to go. We'll take Jim, and then we got to make a decision. Jim, thank you for calling. What would you have us ask one of the candidates or all of them?
Yes, I want to say, first of all, that Mike McPath is an icon in Orlando on many fronts.
Oh, well, thank you, Jim. You know, now, are these the good fronts or the bad fronts?
I was going to say, go ahead.
I've been buddies a long time, and I've seen what you've done in so many great areas, and I don't listen to AM, and I just turn on, and you guys are on. It's amazing. But I want to say, I'm from the very, very beginning, a huge Donald Trump fan, okay? But my question is, and I agree with his immigration stance. I think it's important, but the only thing I'm concerned about is the fact of the reality, really, of shipping out 11 million people out of this country, okay? What would it take? What expense would it be? What are you going to do, put them on trains? I think, my question is, perhaps he just needs to lighten up on that a bit, because I don't know that he's running for president of the United States. I don't know that that's an electable position, okay? And that's my only concern. Do I agree with it? Yes, I do. On the other hand, we're all immigrants here, but yeah. I mean, and they're here illegally. Yeah. Yes, they are. But I mean, can he practically get elected with that position?
Well, that's a very excellent question, and certainly you're in the contest with that. And I've been thinking about that myself, and he's kind of left the door open a little bit for an out for himself when he says, and if they want to come back legally, they can come back legally. So there could be a couple ways of doing this. Either you just sort of round, and by the way, I found out that when Eisenhower did this in the 50s, they rounded up, I don't know, about 15 or 20,000, but they were rounded up in the numbers of the tens of thousands. The rest of them got up and went out on their own because they didn't want to be rounded up and sent out. But I could actually see a scenario where you would have something that I would call them freedom buses. In other words, if you want to be legal, here's what you do. You will have a place where you can go down. You'll give us, all the information that we need to make sure you're, law-abiding citizen. We will put you on the bus, and we will take you to Mexico. You will, or whatever country that you came from. You will re-register in that country, and then you can take that same bus back. But some people might say, well, why would you go through all that rigmarole? Because it's the act of making them redo their wrong. It may seem like a simplistic notion, but I could see that happening. And that way he would have sent them out, and they would have come back.
Are you doing a job interview for Trump tomorrow? I'm starting to wonder
Jim,
where are we going on this.
Jim, I don't know if you would even consider something, but I can see a way of doing this where you could accomplish both goals. Thank you, Jim.
Like that.
Thank you, Jim, for calling.
That.
All right.
Thank you. I'd like to see you soon, Mike.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Jim. Thanks for calling.
By the way, Kurt Reed of Cryosana's in the studio with us. We're going to go to Cafe Positano. You're going on the cruise tomorrow?
I am.
Well, if you were going to ask one of these guys, if you couldn't go on the cruise, what would you ask them?
Well, because I'm retired military and retired law enforcement, I would really like to know a little bit more about their plans on how they're going to support both of those groups. And a little more detail.
All right. Excellent question. Excellent question. Mike, why don't you give us a little football update? The Bills are playing tonight.
Well, I know.
Figure out who's going to win.
This is a big night for the Bills.
The winners here, yeah.
Bills are playing Jets. Rex Ryan returns to New York, and, Rex is a rather boisterous individual, and the Bills are on the line. Jets are 5-3. Bills are 4-4. If Bills don't win this one, I'd say goodbye to the playoffs, even at this early in the stage, because next week the Bills have to play New England. So we better get this win or we're in big trouble. Sort of reflecting on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay plays Dallas. It's not too exciting a game. I would probably call it a toss-up. Miami at Philadelphia. I'm not sure Miami can beat anybody, so obviously, we'll go with Philadelphia there. Jacksonville, I love the way Bortles is playing at Baltimore. Unfortunately, Baltimore will probably beat Jacksonville. And here's, I think, New England versus the Giants. I know there's a lot of Giants fans here locally, but sorry, New England's going to probably put you away at this one.